So everybody is home, and I think Mr. Vishnu is outside. I can
On the
see.
top, sir.
Okay, so everybody is enjoying their life and in home itself, mainly confinement, actually type of prison. So I am just here to discuss today on depression and research. I think today is Mother's Day, so everybody we are praying for our mothers and also get rid of depression with the praying. So now today I am talking on depression and research. So what is depression? As you know, depression is the hot air from the ground by the sunrise. The hot air goes up and there is a vacuum, and that vacuum, the cold air comes, and there is a cold and hot, what you call, the front is connection, then there is a rain. So after the rain, the depression is over. So like that, in our daily life, the depression comes and there is some cloudy environment, the storm, and after that the rain, and the depression over afterwards. So here also, like in previously in Europe, there is a industry revolution. That time depression come, it was over. After that, many depression come, like last 2-3 years back, there is a Brexit in Europe. The economic recession was there, many percent Greece, UK, many percent jobless. Now, maybe they have come up or not, I don't know yet. US also having depression, the recession that time. So all this recession leads to depression. We don't know when we are depressed, but everybody of us become depressed. We don't know that I am depressed or you are depressed. We are doing natural, means leading natural life, but inside we are already depressed. So this is called, in psychologically, it is called black dog. Depression is a black dog, and under the black dog, we are under the black dog, so it is under depression. So as recession, I told, means suppose economic recession is there, many person getting jobless now. Suppose many bus, train, airport is closed, so many person get jobless. Hotel, restaurant, tourism industry fully stopped. So everybody don't have any money in their hand. They cannot run their business. Person dying, the laborers, they're working in different places. You know, you have heard that in India, many places, they are walking with their family to home country because they cannot eat. They don't have any food. So one bread they are sharing between the family member within 2 days. No other food is there. So many NGO is coming up to support many person. Ministers also giving, the chief ministers also giving the fund to many NGO. Many NGO take the money for themselves. They don't give charity, but some of them, of course, giving. Not that everybody is taking the money in their pocket. But the thing is that not that 100% support is there. So many person getting economically depressed, and this recession will continue for long days because the vaccine is not so easily can be developed in COVID. So just to if we discuss on this thing, we become more depressed. What is depression? Just to tell in a nutshell, depression is a mood of disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness. I am become sad because this thing going on in all over the world. Your friend, my friend, not getting job means losing job also. Not whoever getting job, and then some person dying. So these are become feeling of sadness and loss of interest. I am losing interest in my work. Finally, there's a variety of emotional and physical problems coming up, and symptoms of depression are feeling of sadness, emptiness, angry outburst. I am become angry suddenly. Then sleep disturbance. I cannot sleep at night. Changes in appetite. I am become hungry sometimes. I don't become feeling at all food, means need food at all. I am not taking food, but I am gaining weight like that. So this is called anxiety and troublemaking. These are all physical conditions coming up due to the mental, this means mental, what you call it, mental depression. Okay. Now, there is a good book, Man's Search for Meaning, by Dr. Viktor Frankl. He was a very renowned psychologist and very well-known professor, and he wrote this book, An Introduction to Logotherapy, he is told, and he written this book in prison. In the World War time, he was inside the prison, and then he write this book in diary in his prison time. So in that prison, when the world was there, everybody of the family members, everybody was put inside the prison. Nobody can go out. Lockdown means lockdown, not lock up. You can tell. So nobody can go out, and nobody can take any medicine, anything. So whoever dying, suppose my family member dying in front of me, I cannot do anything. And after that, the dead body also not removed, and that was done means by us itself. We have to remove the body and we have to throw out from the room, like that condition. They were in the prison. So that time he write this book, Man's Search for Meaning. You can get this book in internet also if you search. So what is the meaning of logos? Is in Greek is reason. So he told that there is some reason to live. That is motivational thing. As we know, Maslow in business management, of all of us, many management student, we know Maslow. There is a need for motivation, motivational theory. So if there is no motivation afterwards, we cannot move up to we don't have motivation means we are dead. Okay. The Maslow's theory is everywhere we are following. So in this also, if there is no motivation or there is no intention for living, the people will die. Suppose in Victor, when Dr. Victor was in prison, one of the friend was coming, rushed to him and told that all his family members died already. But he told, yes, he got a dream last night that on 31st March, he will be relieved from this prison. He will be go out. So Victor not tell anything, and the 31st March is coming soon, like 10th March, then 20th March, 25th March, 26th March. Then the person see there is no sign for going out for him, and there is no clause for going out from the prison. So he become depressed. He stopped taking food, everything, he lose his intention to live, and 29th he lie down, 30th he stopped everything, and 31st he expired. So this, why he expired? Because he think that he has a target that 31st March I'll go out, and that target is not achieved. So he go out. In sales, one marketing manager, I have a target I have to reach. Oh, this type of sale I have to make. I cannot reach the target, go out. So depression comes there. So he become addicted with drugs, he have become addicted with alcohol, everything. The same thing, this is a motivational theory, and this motivation works very eminent, means very good, very important role in depression. So if I think that Nature conducted this survey in 2 years back, according to their data, they have surveyed 5,700 people of postgraduate study students. So they told that there is need of a quiet room in the university. And where that room will provide, there is a crying time of them. They will cry. The researcher will come in the room and cry. There is a quiet room, like meditation room. You can go to Pondicherry, you have find Aurobindo Ashram, there is a meditation room, quiet zone. Every mission, if you go, there is a quiet zone where you can do meditation. Why? In church you go, there is a father's room, you can go and confess yourself. So these are the meditation chamber or quiet room. So there is a need of quiet room in university, they told. And in Malaysia we have in colleges, every college there is a compulsory psychology, means screening center, student counseling center we tell, and that some counseling center is supervised by the psychologist, trained and registered psychologist. So any student getting low score or any student getting any problem in their friendship, in their hostel and etc., they cannot continue study due to financial cause, etc., they can meet with the psychologist in the counseling center. So these are the things, data, that the need of trying time and the white room in the university level. But in 2019, when they conduct the survey again with the 6,300 people, they find that the increase of anxiety level is 36%. In 2 years back is 29, now it is 36%. And they sought help for the anxiety and depression related to the PhD work. Okay, so the increasing trend of anxiety and depression is there in our higher study and research. So what are the variables that is leading to this depression? Age, sex, and marital status, and also the economy, maximum cases. So what is this? Age, and you know that all of us is not doing the master degree and immediately to go for PhD. Everybody should have what we call a total balance between the salary, etc. After getting job only they go for higher study. They cannot go. Everybody's family cannot support for PhD, etc. without any income, etc. So there is a scholarship need. There is a need for financial support. There is a job need, etc. So there is, and these are the conditions that affect the PhD study. So during PhD or before PhD, somebody get married also, they get job also, and they doing PhD. And there is a sexual variation also there. We have seen that ladies have to, today is Mother's Day, and that mothers and ladies have to take more responsibility than the males in the house sector. So they are more stressed and may get more depressed during these conditions. Suppose when we do PhD, one of my senior colleague was working in, ladies of course, she was working in a school, private school. So my guide told, if you want to complete the PhD, you take 2 months leave from the job and come and complete your thesis work. So without that, she cannot concentrate. She was totally what we call engaged in the private school. She cannot come out. So she take 3 months leave, leave the job, come and complete the PhD and do. After that, she go out. So these are the important things that, and again, suppose another lady, every day going for PhD, she was pregnant from Baliganj Science College to Shialda. She has to come by tram or taxi. If the tram is not available, have to travel taxi because she is pregnant and cannot travel alone. So she tell, come with me. I have to accompany her, and every day when she come home, I have to accompany, and because she is pregnant. So these are the stress I have to take during the PhD studies. Clear? Then these are the main things affecting the ladies, and also the marital status. If I am married, I have a family responsibility, etc. So this conflict of balancing of family and how other PhD work always there in our life. So many persons of us have to cope, cannot cope these two. Okay, so there is a time we have to give considerable time, we have to afford energy, and also we should have a financial resource. Okay. Now there is a role of mentorship. The guide, supervisor, of course, have a good role, and if he or she support, maximum cases they are supportive, and they give advice how to overcome, because they also passed out their conditions, these conditions. Like I just now told, my guide, she told that you leave the job, otherwise you cannot complete PhD. Anyone you have to choose. So accordingly, she has to leave the job and complete the PhD. Okay. And also guide sometimes tell, you cannot travel so much, you have to lose the job, means you have to quit the job. Government service quit by one of my senior colleague, and she quit the government service, doing family with family and doing the research, and after that visiting professor, like that. but she was in government service. She cannot travel, so she lived as per the guide advice, and it leads to her family life good. Her son is now one son in UK, one son in US, but I don't know now what is the condition in US, UK. They are very bad condition now. Means country condition is bad, but not that family condition is bad. Family wise, she is happy. Now, if we are depressed during our PhD study due to anxiety and other things, maybe somebody tell we are getting embarrassed with many things. So we don't have to take in our means in our means we have to don't take about this. We have to don't think about this. Okay, whatever we have done is good. Like that type of attitude we have to take. Now we have to take supportive relationship. Like if I tell my junior means our colleague, okay, I will support you. You support me or like that. So anything he require or she require, I have to support. Every time we have to be supportive in our research field, so that she or he get mentally support, and I also be satisfied that I have supported him. Now next is we are doing some experiment in lab. So there is a chance that it will get result or not. Suppose I am doing a vaccine for coronavirus. So failed. We do 1,000 times cancer research. We are doing so many research we are doing. Everybody getting result? The answer is no. There is no result at all. But there is some sort of means advancement. But so there is not that every successful experiment have a result. So we don't think that, oh, I cannot get a vaccine for coronavirus, so my research life is finished. No, not like that. We should not be get depressed. We should try again and again. Now, next is suppose we are doing the work. So many persons in the lab or outside other labs, they may tell our research colleagues, tell, oh, this is not a good job. This is a very minor job. This is not a very minor topic. This is not a very valuable topic like that. But we don't have to think that. We have to focus on our study. Whatever we are thinking is good and betterment for the society, we will focus on that only. We don't have to think that, oh, whatever he told, okay, his perspective, not my perspective. Okay, if we think, oh, he is telling, oh, my work, everything is gone, everything is unfruitful, so I am getting depressed. Clear? Suppose I am sending a manuscript to a journal reject. Oh, I send another journal, reject. I send another journal, reject. So I getting depressed. My article is not published. Otherwise, you see, other person, my colleague, he has published 10 articles within that time. I cannot publish a single article. All is rejected. But from there, we have to take a positive approach. Yes, why it is rejected? This is the cause. So I can work on that cause. I can overcome the obstacles, and I can publish. So this will be our motivation, that how we can cope up with our depression. Okay? Clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So in research
Yes,
and
sir.
higher study, we should to take care of yourself, ourselves. Life in academia is not so easy. It is a long time of devotion. We have to devote, and we have to cope with the family. We have to cope all the necessities of life, etc. So it is not that degree as PhD means doctor of business management like that. It is a doctor of philosophy. Okay, so philosophy of life is there. So already that degree name is Doctor of Philosophy whenever is going for study in PhD. So we have to be very careful when I'm going for higher study, and we have to be not to get depressed in any level. Okay, so how to get rid of this? Many person is suggested these things, not me. I am not suggesting this. So give yoga, meditation, go for exercise. Only exercise is treatment for the depression. Medicine cannot treat depression. Medicine, if you go after depression, you go to the many person go to the doctor. They give medicine. Neurologists give medicine. So, but he cannot, that medicine cannot get rid your, they cannot motivate you. Your motivation is from your inside, and that black dog will occupy you. It is not, cannot go out. Okay. So you have to go for, you have to make light mood in yourself. So you have to watch movie, you have to go theater, you have to go with friends, and you have to cook. If you know cooking, you not know cooking also, you try to cook. So you do some sports activity like that. So you have to be engaged in other works, so that when you depressed, you don't do that thing. Suppose I am going to lab in the morning or in the office in the morning, the traffic jam is there. So I cannot reach my office on time. So I get depressed. That should not be the way. We should think, yes, if I come on time, maybe there is some accident in the road. I avoid the accident because I am late. So that should be our approach. We can go up, means we can go out early from the house. That is different issue. This our, if suppose I go out, suppose I go, now I have to go out 10 a.m. I go out 8 a.m. Still I cannot reach on time due to roadblock, etc. So we should not be depressed. There should be some reason for that I am late. We should be relaxed. Okay, whatever is going on is good for us. We can move our hand, we can talk, that we are thankful to God. Okay. Next is celebrate success, no matter how small is that. Suppose you publish an article in a newspaper, you probably write I told that you can write anything to newspaper. You can write short story, you can talk, you can own blog, you can create in the internet, you can write anything, you can post your song, you can do anything. And that is, you share with your friends and celebrate it. So that will read you out from the depression. Then try new things as we are doing now. We are using Zoom for this meeting. We cannot present physically. So we are trying new things. Then there's a big and bright word after the PhD. We don't think that, yes, after the PhD, we will get a good job. I will be the masterpiece. No. After PhD, after 3 years, what will happen? We don't know. Like now, many person getting jobless. We don't know what is going to happen after 1 year. Even I did or not, we don't know. So whatever we're doing for the betterment of the society, and we're doing that for now. And we are doing for PhD, but we don't expect that PhD will give us result. We are definite, but we don't expect that this will be our result. I will score fast in the class. No, not like that. If I think I will score fast, I get second, I get depressed. My child will get depressed. So we should not be focused on like that. Okay, we should not go for rat race. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So whatever I am telling, we should take life as a game, like a cricket ground. Every ball is coming to us. Every ball we are trying to hit, but every ball we cannot hit 6. Which ball we can hit 6 is the opportunity. Then I can get job. I can get everything like that. But it does not mean that one ball I miss, another ball will not come for 6. Okay. Even whole match, I cannot make a 6. I can make only 1 run. But that 1 run also important for the whole team. Clear? You cannot quit the ground without for that 1 run. Okay, I make 1 run. Other person opposite to my crease already 100, scoring century. No, it is a team spirit. Yes, he make 100 because I am here. I am making 1 run for him. I am here in the crease. Otherwise, he cannot run. He cannot run the show. The team will lose. So I am in the ground. And until I am in the ground, nobody can move me out. That should be our motto. Okay. So we should be emotionally, we should think, and we have to deal with the stress, anxiety, and depression by our own, means from the inside. We should be insidely strong. Yes, whatever we are doing right. Maybe he is doing more, there is no issue. He published for 8 paper, 10 paper, there is no issue for me. He getting higher post, he going higher ranking, no problem. Whatever I am. Okay. So in this context, I must tell that Charles Darwin again, refer to Charles Darwin. Every time I give lecture, I come to this slide. Struggle for existence, we are struggling. So we are getting depression, etc. But survival of the fittest. Who is fit, they will survive. Who is fit, he will stick on the crease. He will run the show and he will lead the team to win. Clear? And that who will win or not, that is not in our hand. That is decided by the nature. Who will keep? Human will stay or the small bacteria, virus will stay. One small mosquito, dengue, one virus inside the mosquito, killing people. One malaria, lot of people killed during the epidemic last time. Still there. We cannot get rid of that one mosquito also. Okay, so nature will select who will be here, who will get job, who will not get job, who will get good research result, who will not get result. That is completely different issue. We should focus on our work. Whatever we are doing the good, and we should consult with our supervisor and etc. to get good guidance and do some good activity from yourself and try to overcome. Not enter, means overcome, no. You don't allow to enter the depression in your life. Okay? Always the dog should be under your leg. Dog shadow should not come top of our body, like this picture, as I told. Okay? This shadow of dog, you can see this picture. The dog should not dog not leaving you. Remember, dog is always with you. Very obedient. He not living the depression. So he should be under your leg, not the dog is guarding you like this shadow. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now finally the thing is that we should tell that I am here to stay. Clear?
Yes,
I
sir.
am here to stay and we will not leave the ground.
Yes, sir.
And we will do something for the society. Thank you all. Thank you for giving your time to be present. Any questions from anybody?
Sir, is there any method or something like that so that what is the depression percentage? By seeing anxiety, you have given a lot of examples that the anxiety, all this thing is there. But is there any mathematical model sort of thing so that what is the percentage, how one person is depressed and what may be the root failure cause can be analysis?
Yes, yes. There are different types of survey methods by the Psychology Neurological Society of World. You can see in internet, there are psychologists know actually these are the what are the conditions, etc. Means what are the survey forms, etc. Accordingly, we can make score. The doctors and psychologists, they make score. It is
And
a
let me supplement you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let me supplement you, sir. So there are not only methods but also machines.
Yes.
If you come to near Kolkata, in Sambazar, there is a famous diagnostic center known as Shroboni, and in South Kolkata, besides the Novena Hall in Anwarsa Road, there are lots of places where psychometry is done. Psychometry is a method where both machine and questionnaires are used to measure the different psychological state, and depression is one of the psychological states that could definitely be measured quantitatively and qualitatively. And just like ECG, the papers are coming out, and with that report the psychologists provide medicines. They suggest medicines. So this is only to supplement, Dr. Poddar, very sorry, but I had to supplement
Thank you,
because
sir.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Because
Yes, sir.
we it is a part of psychology. It is a special area, vast area, that psychometry and psychology. So there is a psychological institute, national institute. There is a national level, international level, like WHO. There is a national mental health association, etc. is there. So we have to, if we want to get assessed, we have to go to the psychologist. Not that we can personally assess ourselves.
And
Okay.
let me
But
supplement
everybody
one
of
more
us
way,
is
sir.
more or less depressed in anywhere, every corner of the life. We cannot assume, and we can overcome this by trying some our own things. Okay.
And
Thank you,
let
sir.
me supplement in one more way, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just one line because you are very busy. I'm not disturbing, but only supplementing. Depression could lead to lots of innovations. Just like if we see, go to the famous singer Manna De, if we go to the different players, if we go to the different scientists, they have all discovered their best at the time of depression. Depression comes as a challenge to them. Depression comes as a challenge to all of us. And if we accept it, if we try to get out of,
Sir, good insight. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
we have challenged ourselves. We have challenged ourselves, and we are trying to create every day something new. These workshops and Dr. Poddar's presentation is some kind of innovation which has come out of depression only. Just to keep you away, these type of workshops are arranged, and Dr. Poddar is a very valuable presentation is going on. So that is also kind of thing coming out of this depression. So only to supplement Dr. Poddar. And if anybody has anything to say or ask, you can ask Dr. Poddar.
Yes, sir. This one actually, this lecture previously I don't decided, but as sir told, can you deliver one? If you can free or can deliver, I want to, this topic I fix. So this is also coming out from the depression situation, because I am depressed. So when I talk with all of you, then I am feeling what you call relaxed. Okay, when I sharing my view with you, so you also try to share your views with your friends, with your colleagues, with your family members. Okay, and I think we can overcome the depression in our life and also overcome this like now the depression situation, economically depression, these things. Okay, so any question more, or if no question, then we can end the meeting.
Actually, there are some emerging issues coming out that lockdown is a part and depression is a sub part of it. So any researcher with the help of sir and with the help of other teachers, Professor Karungo was present in the last session. Lots of very good academicians are present. So you can interact. This is a platform to interact, and what will be the impact? Impact is another construct which is coming out of the depression. So impact of depression, you can take it in positive and negative way, and as sir advised, some good questionnaire may be prepared and some empirical study may be done on depression, because in psychology every day there is a research, empirical research on depression. But if you are from different fields, multidisciplinary work can be done by 2, 3, 4 researchers, and I'll request Dr. Poddar to give a very good publication of it. If you present it in a proper way, formatted manner, and plagiarism checking and all that are checked, it will come out to be a very good publication. So lots of new emerging areas are coming out, and
Yes,
I'm grateful to Dr. Poddar that these new things are also being discussed in the same platform, and not only the conventional some tools and instruments are being taught, different emerging areas are coming out. So we are much honored and grateful to Dr. Poddar. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Just to add on, the last meeting, Dr. Kanungo was there, Professor Kanungo. He is a very, means PhD in telecommunication. In India, very few person have PhD in telecommunication. And he is heading the telecommunication department of the C.V. Raman Global University, and very eminent professor. And he usually take all the activities. He is more, what you call, more slim than me, and asking me how to overcome depression. But he is not depressed at all. He can know, he is making exercise, he making everything to the students like you are doing for NSS, etc. So he is also like that. many activity in the S.V. Raman Global University he is doing. And all over the India, he is famous engineering from the background. He is that type of person. So just to share, as Sir told, that we are here to support you for your research work, any publication related work, we can work together, and we will in the lineup, we are in the doing something, we are thinking about this. Sir also discussed with me, we are coming up with some books and etc. So get touch with your supervisors and do something for the society, betterment of the society, so that we can achieve some goal in our life. Okay, and don't get depressed at all in our any branch, and we don't have to measure our depression. Anybody depressed, you give some good advice so they can get rid out of it. Thank you. Okay, everything.
So
Thank you, sir.
lastly,
Thank you,
sir,
sir.
we can convert your words into something more. If I break your words, depression, DEPRESSION. So depression, D is starting with some dimension. So we got a new dimension from your lecture. So with
Good
this
one, sir.
very happy note, and everything, depression, DEPRESSION, each of the letter has its meaning, but there is no time enough. So this new dimension is opened up by Dr. Poddar. So we again express our heartfelt gratitude and thanks to Dr. Poddar for his very timely and very enriched session. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for being with us for the second time, and hope we'll get the same cooperation from you in near future, and our Indian researchers, as you are from Indian heritage. So Indian researchers, and let me tell you, not only sir's elder brother, sir's father, more specifically sir's father. So they are having the heritage in research, not only the management research, but also health research, diagnostic research, medical research, everything. So Dr. Poddar's foundation, you know all, they are doing great for the society. So again, gratitude to Dr. Sandeep Poddar, Honorable Director Research and Publication of Lincoln University, Kuala Lumpur, for his very valuable presentation, and also is a very good human being. Sir, thank you so much for being with us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all for joining.
Sir.
Enjoy the
Thank
day.
you, sir.
Happy
Thank you,
Mother's
sir.
Day to all
Thank
of
you,
you.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So with this, ending the meeting today. Thank you,
Yes.
sir. Thank you
If
so much.
anything, you can contact with me. No problem. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.